is Joyboy P, and today's unboxing review will be on the Corsair Graphite 760T. As you can see down there in the massive text, even a blind person could read that. So yeah, it arrives in this gigantic box. I have to stand right back to actually get the whole thing in the video. So yeah, you get some basic things which you get on the manufacturer's site. Some specs, and that comes with two front red LED fans, one rear non LED fan, all 14cm and so on. Of course, if you're interested in this case, you probably go know all this already from looking on their website. So at the moment it isn't inside this box, but just for the ease of recording. So yeah, let you pause and read that lot if you wish to, depending wherever you're from. Of course, the boxes always come with multilingual features and so on. We've got some sizes there of what it looks like inside side of the case. We've got an exploded parts here. We've got side panel, hard drive trays. You see the bays there. The PSU fan filter. Top lid for the triple fan thingy up there. SSD mounts. Two fans that comes with, filter for that. The Octowood disk drive covers. The other side panel, and so on. Each one is a few parts are numbered there for the images, and of course even more stuff in other languages. So it's all the sort of stuff which you get on their website anyway. This is seriously one big box. So this box did arrive slightly damaged from Scans UK, but to be honest, I'm not that bothered about that. So yeah, that's just about it on the box. Let's get it up on there, shall we? Now it does come very well packaged. Got this foam insert, this kind of soft foam. My Aerocool one case which came in that box came with polystyrene or styrofoam from America. So yeah, that's pretty good thick foam. Didn't come with this even scratch on it, and it comes inside this cloth bag. So that's about that. Of course, inside you always get a manual, and you also get warranty. It's always a good idea to give you a manual and a read over. This one's in, again, multiple languages. Tells you what parts come with it, and of course has handy dandy tips and so on inside it. Let's get the case up. And here, of course, we have the case itself. I've not bothered taking any of the protective film off the windows yet, as I won't be building in it for probably a couple of months yet. I bought this case so I can do some water cooling. So of course, got a nice little latch there which just opens like so, and it does swing all the way back. It just lifts off these little posts, and that's the side off. So inside the case, sorry, just get the other side off and we can see better inside. Right, so we got both sides off. As I said, we can see better inside it now. The front here does come off, but it arrives with this masking tape on the front. So it has masking tape on the front. Now it is worth saying, this just you could push on the top here for it to unclip, but there are two clips, the one on each side, and it just drops forward. It does have a rather thick filter on in, so rather thick dust filter in it, with rather large holes. I will be getting the Dempsey Flex fan filter kit for this case. Radiator is getting the 780T, so we'll be making a comparison video between this and that. This top fan cover is magnetically held on by a good dozen, half a dozen or more magnets, and they're quite powerful. So let's pop that to one side. So yeah, Now, one thing I was concerned about whether or not I'd be able to stick a triple 14cm radiator in the top. It does have the fan holes for it, but on the website it doesn't. It doesn't say that it supports it. It just says it supports 280mm rad. I prefer 14cm fans as they're generally quieter. But if I just give me a moment. So here I have the Cooler Master Neptune, I think it is 280L. This is a dual 14cm radiator. So I just get a good hot grip on it. Now my concern is that it looks like this, the side of the optical drive bay would actually interfere with it, but if you look inside here, you can see it doesn't actually quite interfere with either of the holes. And if I put this in, sorry, it's hard to see what I'm doing at the moment, you can see that the screw holes do line up. So I would be able to stick a triple 14cm radiator in the top of this. I'm going to be getting the Black Ice, well, the Hardware Labs Black Ice one. So I thought that was worthwhile mentioning, but it looks like you will definitely lose one or two of your optical disk drives, well, your optical drive bays. I don't mind losing one, preferably be able to keep, preferably, sorry, carefully put that down, preferably want to keep at least two of them, so at least we now know that that's going to go. Right, but after mentioning that and learning some new things about it, I thought I needed to clarify when it comes to radiator sizings. If your radiator is too thick and too wide, you will have to mod the case. But if it's like a 30cm thick like this one, and you stick it in the top of your case and have fans underneath it, then it'll fit with no problem. It'll be a very tight squeeze, and this is the Hardware Labs Nemesis GTS 420mm radiator. So the maximum width I would say is about 14.5cm for a rad if you want to have an extremely thick one or push-pull in it. So you can have, in this case, a 30cm rad with a fan on both sides, and it should fit just fine. But if you decide to go for a 50cm rad plus a fan, then it is going to be, you are going to have to mod the case if you're going for one this for a width like this, over 14.5cm. So hopefully that clarifies it a bit. Like I said, this one will fit if you're just sticking this against the roof of the case and having fans on the underside of it as an exhaust or pull-in sort of thing. But it is a very tight squeeze because the optical drive bays will sit just underneath it like so, and it'll literally rest on top of them. But because of that, with a thicker radiator, it won't quite fit otherwise. As it is, I've already badly scratched up this radiator trying to get it in and out. I've not even used it yet. It's already quite badly scratched up. And there will be a review coming on this later. It's just an unboxing more than anything else. But so thought I needed to clarify that a bit more. I was going to do it via annotations, but that would have only confused things more. So back to the video. It's fit. Linus did mention this on his unboxing of this about the stealth optical. This means like if you have a Blu-ray reader like I have in this one, you see this here is set back from the other two. That means your disk drive sits a bit further back and gets covered by this, and almost all have a little eject button in this bottom corner, so you push on that and it'll just push that open. So yeah, I'm not going to be keeping that. So yeah, of course it comes with headphones and microphone jack, a fan speed toggle. That's only for low speed or high maximum speed, so you only get two settings. Two USB 2.0s, two USB 3.0s, reset and power buttons. I would have preferred if those two are on this side, as I'd be keeping it same orientation as what my current system's in. So there's just little slight clicks. These do light up. I've got to stop saying in my videos. As I said, it comes with 3 fans already inside it. This case does support ATX, micro ATX, and I think it does support EATX, although I'm not entirely sure. It's got some good rubber grommets inside it. You have 9 PCI slots, so of course that's good for your rather long motherboards, or if you need the additional slots to stick other things in, like the daughter board for my Creative Sound Blaster ZXR, for example. As I said, it does come with a fan speed toggle, and you have 3 connectors for that, plus a eSATA connector to for the power. Of course, you've got your other peripheral bits, your reset switches and power switches, so on. As with all Corsair cases, these come out and interchangeable with other Corsair cases. I'm likely to leave this one where it is, but take this one out and have the pump down here, another 280L and 280mm rad here. You see your SSD trays at the back here. It does support up to, I think, a 200mm power supply. Mine's 190mm. So you get about 3 centimeters for sticking your power cables in and that. So it's going to be a bit tight space for that, especially considering I'm leaving this in. You get lots of space up in the top here. If you give me a sec, I want to test something out with the motherboard. Right, I've got Ri-Fi's old X79 motherboard in it. So we can measure exactly how much radiator space we can get. So if I get the ruler the right way around, stick it all the way in, we can see, if I bring it up closer, we get a total of just over 80mm of total radiator space. So what I'm doing is getting a 29.6mm rad. That allows me to put 2 fans on it, well, a fan on each side, so I can have a push-pull configuration. And I've got to admit, it does look make that motherboard look fairly small. Okay, my computer's just started making noise, don't know why. So yeah, we've got loads of radiator space there for lots of radiator configurations. You can get 55mm rad and just have a single push fan on it, or as I said, you get 30mm one and 2 fans on it. So as not mentioned yet, you can stick the hang the what's it called, the hard drive cases from this bit. So you have it coming down here, but as I said, I'm removing this one. I'll probably take that out in a minute to show you what it's going to look like with it removed. I'm going to take that motherboard out a moment because I've only got it held in by 1 screw plus the post down here. So back in a moment. Right, so I just come to remove this hard drive bay and realised that the screws holding it in underneath the foot here, so I'd have to remove the foot and then move the 4 screws holding that in. The other one's held in by the screws which are for the 12cm fan. The other annoying thing which I don't particularly like about this case is the screws to undo which slides it out is just really awkward to get to. You wouldn't be able to do that with those with the actual base attached. You have the PSU filter, again the same sort of mesh as what was on the front. Put that back in there. So yeah, 12cm fan can fit in the bottom, but as I said, I'm not going to have one there. I'm going to have me go keep that one there. Sorry, just pick this up. So as I said before, you have 4 SSDs, SSD trays here. Got some good cutouts to get for your cable management up in the top there. Good one for your PSU, for your CPU power there. Get a better angle on that. Some good, well placed grommets for your cable management. Just noticing this huge hole here, but of course this would be required for your hard drives. And That would also make these hard drives difficult to get to actually if you had an SSD in this one. Not impossible, just a bit awkward because you'd have to go in through the side here. That's something which I didn't mention. When you come to put it, like a triple 14cm rad in the top here, these cables will be a little in the way, so you will have to push them right over and it will fit. You see I have pushed them right up there. So yeah, not a huge amount more to go over in this case. Got two water loop cutouts here, you just push those out and you can do some external water cooling. Does support a 12 and 14cm fan in the back here. So yeah, these little rubber grommets here do come out, rubber washers even, do come out fairly easily. If you try and put them in one of these long holes for your rad, curiously noticing as well how these fan screw holes are actually elongated so you can get different types of radiators in. But if you, as I said, put one of these ones in there, it looks a little squashed, it'll fit. You can probably get a screw through it, but as I said, it'll look a little squashed. I believe it supports a 15cm fan. Now I can't get that back in, so there we go. You see there's two fan screw holes here, and then there's another two over this side, so you can fit a rather large fan. Let's just measure that quickly. So yeah, it'd be around a 15cm fan which you'll be able to stick on top. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a 15cm PC fan before. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to be doing a comparison video between this case and the 780T, because I was stuck for a while trying to decide between the two, and I ended up going for this one. One for the triple rad space in the top, and two of the chairs in the way, the larger window in the side panel, which I preferred over the 780T. Other than that, the 780T is a really good case and has its own pros as well. I find that it doesn't really flex as much as what it shows in Linus's videos. I think they might have done some slight tweaks with it there to make it more rigid. Oh yeah, and in the front here, you got your fans on the outside here, and you can see here you got your case here. So your fans actually kept kind of outside the case, so you've got more radiator space coming this way. I'm probably just going to have the fans in the front and then the rad. I don't know if I'm going to do push pull. Depends whether or not I have the space. If I can fit me pump in the bottom of here, I'm going for a dual pump setup. So I'll have to see how that works out space wise. Otherwise, I'll have to mount the pump on the top of this. Of course, you got your box of bits there. The case, oh dear. The drive bays themselves actually, I think, are identical to the ones in the Oracle Mechatron there. Got the rubber anti-vibration mounts there. You just flex it outwards and it just clips in place. So that's just about it when it comes to this case, really. One thing I did want to show you is how these fans sound when they're powered up. If you have them on a very, very low voltage, they do have a bit of coil whine, so I'll just set that up quickly and I'll show you. Right, I've just got it set up on its box, on top of its box quickly. I've got a USB adapter for a fan, and then I've got a voltage reduction cable from one of my Oracle fans. So I just use two ends quick. So now I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hear that. So yeah, got quite a bit of whine. To me that sounds pretty damn funny. As I said, this is set up at a very low voltage, so you're probably talking like 3 volts or something, as USB natively supports only like 5 volts. So does sound pretty funny. I'll try and move it a bit closer so I can remove the voltage reduction cable and see how it sounds then. Okay, so without that voltage reduction cable it doesn't make a noise. They've got a good amount of airflow coming out of the other side, so not the best fans I'm going, but I am switching to the Bitphoenix Spectre LED PWM blue ones, as I'm going for a black and blue theme. So yeah, at least it doesn't sound so bad when it's actually running. So if you actually got these, keeping these in your system and using some fan control at like minimum voltage, well at the like 10-20%, you'll probably get noise coming from these fans. So yeah, that's just about it when it comes to this case review. As I did mention before, there is a post in here, right there, to help you align your motherboard. That's said about it. So I thought I'd make a quick comparison in size to my Oracle Mechatron case there. I knew that this case was going to be a lot bigger, but I didn't realise just how much bigger it is. See, it's a fair amount wider, fair amount taller. If you get a rearward looking view, so that's just exaggerated all the more. It is somewhat longer as well than the Mechatron. So this is the reason why I went for this case, because like I said, I want to do some water cooling, but the Mechatron only supports, well, doesn't actually support any radiators other than sticking radiator in the exhaust position, and then you're talking an all-in-one unit. So yeah, that's just about it when it comes to this video. If you like this video, leave a like. Please leave any comment sections in the comment section below. Sorry. That's just about it. This is Joe Peace signing out.